Good morning, guys. We're here in, well, just leaving Helston, and you're probably wondering, well, why aren't you going to go into Helston and have a look? Because I have just spent half an hour in a traffic jam on the main road into Helston, and traffic in Helston is nuts. So today's video is just completely made up, just out and about on the south coast. I was on the north coast, decided to take an unmarked road. I thought, well, it's going that way, it's going to lead me onto the south coast, isn't it? Completely lost for half an hour, completely lost. I mean, it was a bit of fun, you know, a bit of a laugh, but yeah, went through a couple of villages that I'm probably never ever going to go through again. But yeah, because the sun's out, it's 27 degrees, everybody wants to be here, so everybody wants to be out and about, so I don't blame them. You know, enjoy it while it's here. Might have a little look through Penzance. It's going to be lovely down there this type of weather. And I'll just, I don't know, half hour, 40-minute video. This one's just going to be a little bit of a road trip video. I hope you like it. I hope you guys are doing well too. But yeah, that traffic, whew. I don't think I've ever seen Helston that busy. I found remember I'm moaning and whinging about my sinusitis, you know, my sinus infection. I found something the other day, a little bit of advertisement here. Ultravine Sinus Relief did the trick. Sinus is completely clean. It's nice, it's good. I like that. I like stuff that works. So yeah, any of you having trouble with your sinuses, check that out. So was it Sinex Sinus Relief? I just well, not long to wash my car. It's nice and sparkly clean. Came out my house this morning. There's a guy across the way in the school mowing the grass. I thought, oh, thanks, cover my car in dust and grass. There you go. So I'll go and jet wash that. I know it's his job, you know, and I don't know, really, he's out there most of the time mowing it. I don't know why. The school closed down ages ago. So yeah, the imminent plan is changed from Helston to Penzance. I only think I've taken you there once before. I imagine there's going to be some new subscribers that haven't actually been there before. I had another new subscriber, so I'd like to thank you very much for that. It's very well appreciated, and I hope you enjoy these videos. Wow. Yeah, did everybody see that? Nice. You get a few guys down here that do that. I knew one. He did up he had a Lotus Cortina. Lovely thing. I used to covet that. Really lovely car. I used to do hot rods like that up as well. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Thank God for, I was going to say central locking. Thank God for air conditioning. Where'd I get that from? It's the heat. That's what, it's the heat. Still reading 27 degrees. You can fry eggs on that thing. I bet I could crack an egg on my bonnet and fry it. Ooh, fried egg sandwich. Mmm. Ashton. This is the little village of Ashton. I mean, these villages, especially if you're American, blink and you'll miss them. I think this is one place I haven't lived in. I've lived near here, but I've never lived in Ashton. There you go, guys. One place I haven't lived. And I don't know if he's still alive, but there used to be an old guy in there. You go in there, and he'll come up to you and ask you how much you want your car, and he'll put fuel in your car, like in the olden days. Clean your windscreen. Brilliant. Visibility today, you'd probably be able to see the Isles of Scilly if we were on the north coast. Bit swervy up front there. Now, Penzance, I have lived here. In fact, I can point the house out to you that I used to, well, bungalow that I used to live in. I think it was about 10, 11. It was a very long time ago. My dad, who used to be a self-employed bricklayer, had a small team of men. And on the right here, this estate he built. Oh yeah, it's 30, better leave it in third. But the air conditioning isn't too loud. I've got to have it on the back of the phone, otherwise the phone will shut down. Heat and electronics don't mix. Ah, well, we're going down to the coast now, so it's down to 24 degrees. I mean, back at the junction there was a road that if you was at that junction, you'd go straight on across the main road, up another road. About a mile up there was a little, junior school. I used to have to walk all the way up here to school, 4 miles, actually, what was that, 8 miles a day. 4 miles there, 4 miles back. And my lovely sister do you hear that? I said sister. My lovely sister used to take me every day to make sure I was okay. But yeah, that was a trek. Right, here we are, Penzance. Nice bike there. Thank you ever so much for waiting. This is like a little seaside village. It's basically a resort, but it's mainly hotels off to the right and some residential areas on the left here. Where I lived was that house there on the left, where I'm pointing to, right there. Oh, I loved it there. It is basically on the beach. You go out the back through the patio doors and you're on the dunes. There's a pub, basically there's a shop here and a pub down here. I think they call it the Wellow Rock. I think it's still called that. It's a cool pub. Went there with my mum and dad once or twice. But yeah, that was Penzance. Like I said, blink and you'll miss it. Sorry guys, I'm not following you, I'm going up to go. Right, take the winding little narrow roadway out of here. I mean, most of the residential areas are back up. Sorry about the frost that's building down there in the corner. See it? Frost, but that's from the aircon. Can't be helped. I'll turn the aircon on and off. I'll turn the aircon on and off to kind of alleviate that a little bit. But apart from that, there's not a lot I can do, is there? Come on, bring a massive, massive German tank through. Actually, saying that, my car's probably a little bit bigger than that. Those SUVs are just really tall, aren't they? That's the thing you've got to be careful of as a local. You're aware of how narrow these roads are, and when you get expert reversing time, and when you get holiday makers. He was going quite slow, luckily, but some people do rally their way, like they call him McRae, you know? Oh, there we go. Met him at the right time. Alright, buddy, no problem. Now, what is that in the middle of the road? It's a piece of dead cloth. That was Penzance. Beautiful place to live. Can get a bit touristy. That's not really a great place to put a bush, is it? Oh, he's turning in there, that's good. I've also lived there on the right. We had a... I can't remember if it was brown or blue. I think it was brown Austin Allegro. Now, those of you that are old enough and from the UK will know just how bad that is. It's kind of like a noddy kind of clown car. I think after that we had an Austin Princess, which I actually quite liked. Right, onward. What we'll do, I know it's not popular, but I'll go through Marazion, because if I try and take the bypass, we'll be stuck. Oh yeah, there's a car boot out here today, isn't there? My brother and sister used to like going to that. I don't know why they stopped going. Yeah, car boot in there today. Car boot. If you're American, car boot is kind of like a swap meet, kind of like that, but probably a lot smaller than what you're used to. Right, put some aircon on again. I don't know, for some strange reason I've got the aircon blowing on the back of the phone, you know, up to the windscreen and on the back of the phone. For some strange reason it's blowing on my feet and in my nether regions, which is a strange sensation, I might say. Weird. Yeah, it's crystal clear today. No heat haze or anything. Down here on the left is I think it's an Indian restaurant. Never been there. No, it's a Chinese restaurant, sorry. Right, from experience, I am going to avoid this bypass like the plague, because it always has tailbacks. So I'm going to go through Marazion, maybe catch a quick glimpse of St Michael's Mount. Itchy around my collar. I cut my hair yesterday. I gave it a trim. I mean, I haven't been to the hairdressers, the barbers, since I was a young man. I've done it myself, and I think I do a reasonably good job. I probably look like a complete idiot, but I think I do a reasonable job. I don't have any fancy kind of hairstyle. It's just there on my head. You can probably see by my photo on my title card on my channel. Right, now, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we'll be able to get through Marathon with the minimal of pain. Fingers crossed. Oh, the sea is nice and calm as well. For some strange reason, I don't know why, in summertime, Marazion is very popular with the Japanese. Well, I mean, just the Asian community in general. You watch now, you won't see one. Checks it's clear, yes, all clear. Got to watch pedestrians by zebra crossings. They like to just catch you out, dart out onto the cross. Like I did that right by a pub. Then everybody was out in the garden. All they heard was reasonably busy. I got the wrong lips on today, that's what it is. Right, let's head down and see what it's like at the promenade. I mean, there's been a myriad of places that I thought I would go today. Falmouth, looked on Google Maps, not a chance. You can tell when I don't know if you've used Google Maps, but it gives you traffic information in the form of what they colour the roads as. And for Falmouth, they were red, which means traffic jams. If they're amber, it means yeah, there is traffic on them, but it's moving. It means that there is like congestion there, but it's moving. So I thought, oh, that's a bit of a pity. And just no way, just no way. I don't have pants brave enough for that. they look really nice, but I cannot. If there's any bikers out there that own bikes like that, does your back start aching after a while? Because they look like a lot of fun, but you know, being hunched over the petrol tank like that, doesn't your back ache after a while? See, this is the thing, when the car park overflows, this is where they all come. Bit of gaming here actually. Everybody's been there's a big argument online about Starfield, and I knew people's hopes would be a bit dashed about it because they hype every game up before release. It's never released as you see it, and you know, a lot of people were expecting to take off from a planet seamlessly straight up into orbit, fly around, plot their course, fly to a different planet. No, it's just loading screens if you want to do that, and people are quite disappointed by that. And it's just like a really big Xbox, Sony little argument going on online. I'm not really. I've got a few games that I play. You know, I'm not fussed really. You know, if a game comes out and I can't play it, it's not the end of the world. You know, gaming's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be divisive. Let's go and have a look at the old promenade. Ugh. A lot of bikers out today, but anyway, it's the weather for it, isn't it? Someone asked me the other day, just looking at Penzance heliport over there, would I go up in a helicopter? Short answer, no. You see, with a plane works with physics. You know, you're on the runway, and when sufficient pressure is built up under the wing, you get lift, and along with the engines to help you, up you go. If you have engine failures, there is a chance of gliding. You know? A helicopter just seems to beat the laws of physics into submission. Yeah, okay, they do kind of work along with the laws of physics, but they beat them into submission to get the thing up into the air. And I do realise there's a thing called auto-rotation, where the blades will keep going round, and I don't know how long you have to get down, but I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me one bit. It's probably why I've never been over to the Isles of Scilly. Hoping it's not going to be too busy in town. He wasn't going to let you through, was he, mate? Right, here we are. Yep, calm as a mill pond. Actually not that busy. But then again, most people are either on the beach or at work. I mean, to be honest, out of all the places that I go, because I mean, these little drives out are for scenery and people watching, you know, that kind of thing. And there's no better places than St Ives and Penzance. Old lady tripped over then. She didn't go down, so that's okay. I mean, that she was laughing, so that makes it funny. You know, it's not funny if they go down, is it? Right. What's it down here? 24 degrees. Actually, this bit over, it's a bridge. These two blue bits here, it opens up to let ships in and out of dry dock. That's on the right there. I mean, I don't know who pilots these ships in, but they must be skillful, because that bridge opening isn't that big, and some of the ships that they get in there are massive. Right. People in... Oh, the pool's open. On the left there is a swimming pool. Swimming pool. I wish people wouldn't go by at the wrong time. Lady went by with her window open and I went, swimming pool! Oh guys, we're getting near to the end of our video here. It's kind of been a bit, because of traffic, it's kind of been a bit made up on the spot, you know, as you go along. I hope you've liked it. It's been a bit of a mishmash, and here we are down Penzance again. But yeah, I hope you've liked it, and I hope the rest of your day, if you're just starting it, is going to be good. It's going to be brilliant, in fact. And if it's night time where you are, hope you're chilling and relaxing. So guys, until next time, remember, like, comment, subscribe, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you again guys. Cheers!